Hey everybody, welcome to my channel. You know, I recently realized that I've never really given a full explanation, even in some of the comments, of how I came across this car. The story is that I was at work one morning going in the break room to get my first cup of coffee, and there was a lady in there talking to another coworker, and she was talking about how she sold some property down at Horton, and she needed to get a car hauled off, so she was going to call Cars for Kids. And you know, yada yada yada. So I thought about it for a minute, and my son's 12, he'll be 16 before I can turn around. So I thought, well, what kind of car do you have? I mean, I got a 12-year-old, you know, he might like working on cars. So she said, well, I have a 95 Corvette. So me and the other guy there, you know, our jaws hit the floor, and I kind of jumped on it, and I said, well, like I said, I got a kid who likes cars, you mind giving it to me? I'll haul it off for you. She said, sure. I said, well, you have a clean title? She said, yeah. AC works, and it was running when I parked it. Well, we went down there 2 weeks later, me and this other guy, and we looked at it, and as you see in that video, it was in pretty bad shape. But my coworker told me, he said, you know, if you can only part stuff out on it, you can still make money off of it. I thought, well, you know, I'm not really interested in parting a car out, but, you know, I imagine he would have taken it, or he would have asked for it if I hadn't, but I thought, you know, I'll go ahead and do it. And, you know, we opened the hood, and there wasn't any critters jumping out at us, so we came back, and I told her that I'd take it, and $225 worth of a wrecker, hauled it up to my house, and dropped it off in my garage, and here it is, you know, a little over 2 years later. A lot of elbow grease, a lot of sweat, and frustration to get things fixed and get it running right on a budget. I didn't really have the budget for a third car, especially a Corvette. But you know, when a free car drops in your lap is one thing, a free Corvette is another. So I went to work and to getting things fixed and getting it back up to running speed. You know, this car is never going to be a show car, I guess, so to speak. You know, it's set outside. It's got some, you know, some bad spots on it. A lot of stuff, you know, the nuts and bolts and the rust, and just a lot of the other bits and pieces have deteriorated. And it's just, you know, it's just for me to have fun with, and to let my son take that green truck, because he's not going to get this after I had some words with my wife about what I did to my first car. Fires and multiple transmissions and motors and tires and all kinds of mayhem. I thought, yeah, he's not going to get a Corvette for his 16th birthday. He can get something that he can beat up and fix himself. So that brings me to the point of all these videos. You know, I have a cousin who is a big Corvette fan. I thought, you know, it might be cool to upload his videos and let him, you know, check out what I'm doing with it. And in the process, I got a bunch of subscribers, and I think that's cool. I really appreciate it, and I appreciate all of the positive comments. But you know, it finally happened. I got some bonehead who didn't appreciate what I was doing or my video style. So here's the deal with the videos. I'm not a mechanic, I'm not an electrician, I'm not a programmer, you know. I just take stuff apart and try and clean it and fix it and put it back together. I'm not going to tell you how to do stuff, because I'm learning as I go. And if there's some stuff that I missed, you know, I'm sorry. You know, like I said, it's not, I try to point out some stuff that I think is, you know, kind of important, or things that I fiddled with for a while and finally figured out how to do it. You know, stuff like that. I try to get, but you know, I'm not a professional cameraman or speaker. So again, the point of the videos is just to show people what I'm doing to the car to get it back to a good running condition. And a daily driver. I drive the car almost every day if it's not raining, and so far it's been reliable. I feel very blessed and fortunate that haven't had as many problems as a lot of people on YouTube that I see have with these cars. I've done a lot of web searching and forum searching and just looking around at the car. I probably spent days total just looking at the engine and just taking stuff apart and seeing what does what and how do things work. So didn't really have any kind of knowledge of an LT1. Now I do somewhat. You know, I can pretty much take things apart and put them back together just like anybody else. I'm not going to show you how to drain coolant. You know, if you can't take a clamp off and pull off a hose into a bucket and then pour more coolant back in, then you know, maybe you should go start with some other channel or basic mechanic understanding. With that said, it's just a work in progress, and I'm having fun with it and trying not to go broke. So, later.